EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots.
Please welcome your 2026 New England Patriots.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway in Foxborough. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Gets this complete to Butte. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 5.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's May. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air, May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Drake May keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jets, nothing.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, right back to Hall. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I don't think that play had a chance to succeed right from the start. Unfortunately, they couldn't call that one back. The defense was well aware of what they were trying to get done.
Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Milton Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. That is incomplete.
I haven't seen more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And they go play action with May. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down. They'll throw with May. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's May. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Paul. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
At the 14-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw, Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Try to get that pass to Jeremy Ruckert.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Geno now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
12 at the 43-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw. May.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Intended for Kayshon Boutte. Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's May.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Travion Henderson. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Made by Harold Landry. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Smith. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. But now it's 3rd down.
By Christian Gonzalez.
Smith now to throw.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing here is May.
Short pass caught by Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a first down.
On first down, it's Henderson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Play action. May. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
They go play action now. May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Jets' 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. After one, it's 9-0. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Milton Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Smith. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he's got this down to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Play action. It's Smith. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
Garrett Wilson,
34 yards.
and the Jets have got it back to within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Patriots 9.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 28-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play.
Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
21 yards. And the Patriots first down.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
From the shotgun, it's May. Gets this complete to Butte.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Patriots first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Stevenson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, Smith.
That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
In motion right, that's Wilson. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Smith.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Craig Woodson there defensively.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Milton Williams
Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Take over first and 10.
Last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
The drive begins with a run by Henderson.
And he's got room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
76 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Throw right side, hauled in by Doubs.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Henderson.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that will be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
On fourth down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Hall again.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And that will get to be off target and incomplete.
Well, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
This one deep for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
On play action, May.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Douglas, the man in motion.
To throw, it's May. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Mario Douglas, incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To the air, May. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, Smith.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Smith. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Geno. It's complete to Mitchell. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Smith. Pass incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Smith. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
At their own 15-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Brings up 2nd.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Henderson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing here is May. And this one is incomplete.
Intended for Nahshon.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down at 7.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Geno. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Henderson running straight ahead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
That's good for a Patriot.
For that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw with May. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Looking to throw. May. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henderson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Jets 7.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run the option to start the drive. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now it's Smith. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Jets, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, New York.
In motion left is Mitchell. Just beating the play clock, Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
In motion left goes Reynolds.
To the air again, Smith. Wilson's got it complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
13 yards.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
First down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Straight ahead is Hall.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down. Hall on a give up the middle.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New York.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mason.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Smith now to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will get them one closer.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To the air, May.
He finds Douglas complete. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Yard punt, return of 9.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
On the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Now Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Geno.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jets first down. It's a gain of 10. first down, New York.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Smith throwing again. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
York on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Gets this complete to Butte.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's May.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jets have recovered. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith.
Taylor there to bring it in on the crossing route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
First down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Geno now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
In motion left goes Reynolds.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And they'll remain down by 2. Man, it is a cruel game sometimes, as evidenced by that kick right there.
Yeah, this game has no remorse at times, does it? I have a feeling that when this left his foot, he thought he'd given his guys the lead. But that ball just kept moving on him. And in the end, you heard the sound, and he's denied by the goalposts.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth quarter possession.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The Patriots send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. New York ready to go again offensively. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now Gino. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of
33 yards that time.
Jets, first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Jets, first down.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 times.
Now Mike Vrabel not too happy with that last call, and out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing again is Smith. He'll try and do this himself. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Smith.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Jets first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Here's a give to Hall.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Jets.
Mason Taylor.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
So they went to the big boy in a big spot late. He provided, and now they're in the driver's seat.
And Brandon, size does matter in this game. All right, you can go to the slot guys, you can do all of that, but rarely have we ever seen a tight end described as diminutive, right? We just don't get that. Big target, big catch radius, that gives you comfort zone as a guy throwing the football.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 5.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So the Patriots now down by 5. A minute 24 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll go again with Henderson.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
39-yard line.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. He'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He's back to throw. May looking to run. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Smith down to a knee here, and that should just about do it.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.